Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. One of these days, I will say that without messing up. How are you guys?
I'm good.
Great.
You should just make that a new word.
James, I like your jacket. Let's see
yeah.
it. Yes.
Avengers.
That's dope. Where'd that come from? I want one.
I don't know. I got it online.
Okay, good. Don't shout them out because we're sponsor us.
Oh no, I don't even remember the website. I think someone else got it for me, but I sent the link before. But yeah, I don't remember the actual website.
Oh, it's a cool jacket. I kind of want one.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
All right, take a picture of it later, and then I'll reverse Google search it.
Gotcha.
And I'll find it. How have you guys been? What are some nerdy things you guys have been up to?
Pretty good.
Oh my God, no one? It's very quiet. No one did any nerdy things this week, guys.
My nerdy things are pretty random. I can go first if you want.
Okay.
So, of course, I'm caught up to X-Men. I watched a new episode of X-Men like on Wednesday. I can't remember where it's at though. So yeah, so I caught up in X-Men. I've been watching Invincible. Got 2 more episodes left. I know the last episode dropped, right?
It did.
The 8th one is the last one. Okay,
yep.
So yeah, I got 2 more episodes left. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, it's because you binged it straight through.
But yeah, with that aside, how slow it's dropping, the story's actually good. But yeah, it sucks to have to like watch it 4 episodes at a time. But been watching Freeman.
Oh, you started Freeman. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on like the 6th episode, I think.
So you haven't even started getting to the real stuff yet. You're still in the boring stuff.
I mean,
Oh no, you like the boring stuff.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the anime. I'm not saying it's like super exciting, but it definitely has my attention, and I'm definitely interested in where it's gonna go. Like it's setting up the one thing that I don't like about it is the main character, Freeman, she's like an idiot to me.
What?
Like, how are you gonna be alive 1,000 years and you don't know nothing about nothing? You don't know nothing. Spoiler alert.
It's too early. It's too early. Let's come back to Jaja next week when he gets a little further.
But like she seems pretty dumb so far. So but like everything else is setting up nice. Like I like the way I mean, I can't say it without spoiling it. Should I just not skip over it?
No, just say it. No one cares about the first 6 episodes.
Like her party members in the beginning when she's like, okay, they're done. They defeated the Demon King or whatever. And now she's like, okay, let's meet up in 50 years because like 50 years to her is nothing. But when she comes back, like her homeboy is about to pass away and they're all like slowly like about to, pass away. And it's like, she doesn't even realize that. Like she doesn't realize like, oh, human lives are short. It's like, what? You've been alive 1,000 years. You just realizing that human lives are short. Anyway. I just think she's kind of like, But anyway, I've been enjoying the story all around that. But moving on.
It's too early. I can't wait for you to get further. I hope that you watch more this week.
I am.
Okay.
So, and then about the subtitles thing. So, for some of the shows, if you try to put the English subtitles, sometimes they'll say English CC, and those are the subtitles that usually work for me, like on the laptop. And then, my Xbox usually doesn't have a problem though, but on the laptop and the phone and everything. So look for English CC. But anyway, I've been playing Tales of Arise. I've been really enjoying that. Like I really like when you're over Final Fantasy, try that game and let me know how you like it because I'm enjoying it.
I already have a game. I already know what I'm playing next, and it is not Tales of Arise, sadly. But I'll put it on my list for next after that game. Sure. I'll get to that though.
Yeah. No rush. I mean, you just played Final Fantasy, and it's very similar to Final Fantasy. So
okay. Yeah, definitely.
You might want to play something different. And then what else have I been doing? Oh, so YouTube. I've been down a YouTube rabbit hole recently, and I gotta admit, I've been watching a lot of Osmongold TV.
What?
It's flooded my YouTube.
What word did you
I
just
don't know
say?
if you Osmongold. I don't know if you know
The
I don't know who that is.
Osmongold.
No, no, no.
I don't know if you know this guy, but he like does like 5 videos a day. So now, once you watch one, like your algorithm just like throws him at you. But he's pretty interesting. So I've been watching a lot of his videos, and it led me towards this guy that is trying to preserve video games. So we'll talk about that when we get to the video game segment. But it's a very interesting topic. And then want to shout out the NCAA women's basketball tournament. I've been keeping up with that because that's been more exciting than the men's tournament for the last 2 years. And yeah, so shout out to Iowa and I think it's North Carolina or I'm sorry.
I thought it was LSU. No?
It's South
They
Carolina.
lost
Oh, South
Iowa.
Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
they lost a little while ago.
It's
Shout
fine.
out to
I
them.
don't
They
follow
played a
sports.
good game. I wish that Angel Reese didn't get injured that game because that was turning out to be a really, really good game in the first half. And it still was, but stuff happens. But anyway, Iowa versus South Carolina, shout out to them. So I can't wait to see what happens with that. And that is my nerdy things.
Nice. I'm glad that you started. Wait, so you didn't watch any more of Jujutsu Kaisen this week?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I can't wait for you to get further and further in though. I feel like your opinion is gonna change. We'll see. James, what have you been up to?
So of course I had to get caught up on some work, so I didn't have too many nerdy things going on. But I've still been reading Steel Ball Run. Very good, very, very good. All the hype that you hear about it is true. So I'm about halfway done. I'm trying to not blaze through it because I want to savor it a little bit, but it's just so good that I keep on reading. Like I'm up past my bedtime reading Steel Ball Run. So it's one of those ones. And also I'm getting caught up in the Spider-Man comics. I'm probably about 4 or 5 comics behind of what like the most recent update. But like his new powers and stuff, he's getting so many different new powers. Like people are now they have more reason to be upset with Miles because he's getting way cooler powers than Peter Parker has gotten. Like his sword alone is cool, but like he's getting even cooler stuff than that. So yeah, it's super dope to see where this Miles Morales comic is headed. I noticed when I was doing my entries of Steel Ball Run on AnyList that Frieren now has moved to #1 of all time on AnyList, like the highest rated.
Yep.
And most popular. So
I think we talked about that on a
Frieren.
week that you weren't here. Yeah. Me and Jaja
Oh,
talked
really?
about that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was #2 for a little while, but yeah, it definitely it has the #1 spot. I'm sure the Full Metal Alchemist or whoever people are going to come in and review bomb it. So that's probably going to happen. And I did my pod homework. I watched Suzume. So I put that on, and I didn't pay attention the whole time.
Why even mention that you watched it?
I mean, I know what happens basically, but yeah, once the guy turned into a chair, I was like, all right, what's happening here? And then I kind of checked out. But it was interesting. Like visually, it looked really good. Like I kept glancing up at it, and I was like, oh snap, this is some beautiful artwork here. But I mean, it's a cool story. When they were trying to stop the different natural disasters and stuff, and then the stuff that was all going on with her, I think adoptive mom or her aunt. So yeah, it was definitely a compelling story. So I probably should have paid attention the whole time. But 2 hours, that's a long time. So I did watch that. I've been watching WrestleMania, so WrestleMania is going on.
Yes.
Yeah, I try to get caught up in wrestling a little bit. So I watched Monday Night Raw, and I watched Friday Night SmackDown. I'm trying to get caught up. So The Rock is back. For anybody that loosely follows wrestling, The Rock is back. He's known as the final boss. It's a lot of different storylines going on, so that was cool. But I watched the live events of WrestleMania yesterday with the homies. We had a 3-way tag team match. So there were 3 Black women that were featured headlining a tag team match. So yeah, shout out to Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. Yeah, their match was super exciting. So I was definitely excited to see that. And then they took a dub too. Spoiler alert for anybody. But
wait, they lost?
No, they won.
Oh, they won. Oh.
Yeah, there's no way they were going to lose.
Okay. I was about to say.
So yeah, shout out to them. And I also did my other pod homework, Final Fantasy VII. I played a little bit.
I was about to say, if you went, I was waiting for you to be done because I was going to say, if you have gone another week without playing Final Fantasy, I was going to be so mad.
No, I saved the best for last. When I pulled up my my save file, it was like, I think March 18th was probably the last day I played. I was like, oh yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, so I played some of that. I'm still in chapter 2 actually, but this is why. This is why I was minding my business, And then it's just so much stuff to do in the game that I'm like, I can't really progress in the story because I gotta find these towers and stuff like that. There's wild beasts attacking me wherever I go. I have a chocobo now, so I'm riding my chocobo, but then you get into a fight, and then yeah, you gotta jump off the chocobo, then you gotta find your chocobo afterwards. It's a lot of stuff going on. But I realized you can hit R1 and then call it to you. So
Yes.
yeah. But I was
You can
progressing. I
also
think I got to the last boss, and it killed me.
of chapter. Wait, so sorry, because I'm so far now. What is happening in chapter 2?
It's like a big worm in some water.
A big. Okay, got it.
Oh, a snake. A snake. It's a snake.
Oh, the snake. Yes, it says. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, so I didn't know a boss fight was coming up because I was just, I mean, I should have known, but I was just wading through the water on my chocobo. So my party was at like half health. Nobody was fully healed. So of course the snake killed me. But then since I was like, oh, snap, boss fight, let me heal up and all that stuff. I hit retry from last checkpoint. It sent me back like almost 2 hours worth of progress.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
no.
I'm not.
James, you got to retry from last battle, not from last checkpoint, because the last battle it'll like put you right before the battle starts, so you still have time to like heal and do everything. Never from the checkpoint, James. Never from the checkpoint.
And the crazy thing is, in the last game, I would always do retry from last battle, but it would be like right outside the battle. So I was thinking, oh, dang, it's going to throw me right back into the battle. So
no. They put you like right outside a save point.
Yeah, from last checkpoint, I lost about 2 hours worth of game progress. I was like, yeah, I'm turning this off. So
oh my god, so are you even gonna touch it again? Because that would put me off.
No, I'm gonna pick it back up. I started because I knew what I like, where I went and what I did. So I started doing that stuff. So
did you not save? Did you not save that whole time? In the
no,
2 hours to bring you back? But so I'm saying like, can't you? So like if you just restarted it, won't you be further if it picks it, if you like continue from a save point? If you
No, I went from the checkpoint. I don't know if the save point and checkpoint are the same thing though, but
no, but if you like, so like after the checkpoint, you saved from that time, right? Because you could just
but it took me back to like the last mission I completed.
Yes, but since you saved somewhere after that, if you just like reload your save file, it'll put you back from the last part you saved the game at.
Oh snap! Yeah, I should have did that then. Because yeah, I had to reopen chests. I had to.
Oh yeah, no. All you have to do is reload your game, and it'll like
I had to rescan all the tower. It was like 2 towers I hit. I hit some chests. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like is there's so many different currencies and things that you got to unlock before you make any progress. It's almost too much stuff to do.
Yeah, so, I mean, you don't even have to do all that. The world intel, you don't have to do it. It's like it's not essential to the story at all.
Oh, but, gotcha.
Yeah, like you can literally skip all of that if you want to. I can't. Like I have to like do everything in a region before I move on. But you can definitely like just go through the story. But I mean, you are gonna miss out on a lot of experience points and stuff like that. And like you're probably gonna level up a little bit. Then I'll be weak. Yeah, you're gonna, but you don't have to do everything, and you also don't have to fight everyone. You can just like speed ahead on the chocobo.
Yeah, no, I started skipping ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say like you know,
I was fighting everybody I saw at first, and I was like, this can't be feasible. So
no, it's not.
Yeah, I finally started skipping people, but yeah, the boss he whooped me the first time around. I'm definitely coming to get my lick back. I did assess, so I know what he's weak to and what he's immune to, which is pretty much everything, of course. So we'll get him next time. Well, once I get in there with some decent health, and some decent MP and all that good stuff, then yeah, we'll definitely get him. So.
Are you playing on normal or dynamic?
Normal. Okay. Dynamic is when it like gets easier or harder for you, right?
It gets harder, like it scales up to whatever level you're on, like the difficulty. Oh. Yeah.
I might want to play that one instead. I want more of a challenge. Even though I already lost the first boss fight, but I still want more of a challenge.
You can switch it at any time. So like
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you go back to play it, wherever you last saved from, it'll like start you from there, not from the 2 hours back the checkpoint was. So
I think either way, where I'm at currently is probably ahead of both the checkpoint and my save point. So I'm
okay.
Keep on.
Okay. Yeah, I literally save every 2 seconds in Final Fantasy. I'm very.
Yeah, I need to start doing that. I was sick.
After every I knew
something was wrong because I usually don't hit retry from checkpoint. I usually go retry from last battle, but the one time I did, I was like, oh man, I messed up. So. Yeah.
But I'm glad that you've made some progress in the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to chapter 3 for sure today.
Okay. I'm on chapter 11 right now. And I'm a good 66 hours in. It's a long game. But again, it's long depending on how much time you choose to do
you're
exploring all the world stuff. Yeah, like I said, like I have to, but I will say, as you get a little bit later into the game, I've kind of, because like I'm not gonna, there are things that I've skipped, so it's like I'm not gonna get 100% on the game anyway, so it's just like if something's annoying me now, I'm not gonna try to do it. I'm just gonna try to skip it.
Yeah, it's gonna be me. Them side
Yeah.
quests done. I'm not even gonna start them.
Well, the side quests are okay, but I will say this game has overkilled the mini games. There are too many mini games in this game, and they're all annoying. So I'm just gonna give you a warning about that now. Everyone hates them. That is the verdict of the internet. Everyone hates
Yeah,
the mini games.
them quick time events when I'm trying to scan something. Those I don't even remember what they're called, but those big blue rocks, you got to do a quick time event for that.
Yeah.
The Titan, the summons, you got to
The
do a quick
summon
time
things,
event for the
yeah.
summons. Oh man,
Yeah,
it's a
but
lot.
there are more mini games, and the mini games are just, I hate them so much. So I
Yeah.
think
I
they
was
need
nice
to
at
like,
Queen's Blood though.
I hate Queen's Blood. Do you like that game? Can you explain to me what the object of the game is? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
get it.
I've only played like probably 1 or 2 matches,
Okay.
but I want to.
I never play any Queen's Blood matches. They're like, there are new Queen's Blood players in the area. I'm like, nope. Anyway,
Oh,
not a one. But yeah, there's a lot of mini games, and I think for the third game, when they're developing it, they need to just, it needs to be a good middle point between the first game and the second game, because like the first
Yeah.
game, there was like, it was very linear and like barely anything extra except for the couple side stuff, and then in this game, it was like way overkill on the side missions and the mini games, and they just need to find like a little bit of more of a happy medium in the
dial it
middle
back some.
for the third game. Yeah, dial it back just a little bit, But other than that, I love the game. But and at first I was like savoring it and I was like taking my time, but like now I'm kind of like all right, I can finish this now. Like I've been playing it for the
Yeah, you got
last,
other games to play.
yeah, I have other games to play. So which I will, yeah. But I'm at the point where I'm ready to be done with it now. Yeah. And the next game I'm gonna be playing is Stellar Blade, which the demo dropped. I didn't play the demo yet, but people have been saying nothing but good things about the demo. So I'm gonna,
Yeah, I've been hearing good things.
yeah, so I'm probably gonna play that next. And I did say that I liked that game when we were talking about whatever episode we were talking about the PlayStation showcase, where they announced the trailer for that.
Gotcha.
I said I wanted to
Shannon's
play
got
it, so
receipts.
that is my next game after Final Fantasy. And then maybe I will come back to Jaja's suggestion after that. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into Final Fantasy. A lot of hours. So I'm about ready to be done with it. And I'm almost done. I'm on chapter 11. There's 14 chapters. So.
And are you happy? Like, was it worth it? Everything you expected?
I love this game. I love Final Fantasy. The only thing I don't like is all the mini games. That's it. The mini games get on my nerve, but the story is great. The story's great. The gameplay's great. I love Final Fantasy. So good job, devs. Don't take 3 years to come out with the third one. That's that's all I have to say.
And don't lay nobody off.
Yes. Don't lay anybody off, Square Enix. Although I feel like Square Enix is like the only studio where I haven't heard about layoffs, unless I just chose to ignore that. But whatever.
Yeah, they're making money.
They have a lot going on, you know? Can't lay people off. Give me Kingdom Hearts 4. Need y'all working on that. Let's go. And then yeah, give me Final Fantasy Part 3 in 2 years or less. Thank you. What else did I do this week? Guys, that's really it. I didn't do my podcast homework. It was a busy week, but I'm also, I know. I was busy and I've been really into reading lately. Like I'm reading a series right now and I've been spending a lot of my spare time reading at home when I'm not playing Final Fantasy. So I got to get back into TV watching. I actually attempted to watch, what's that anime called? I forgot again.
A Sign of Affection?
Yes, I tried to watch it, but the animation threw me off kind of. I didn't like it. So I was just like, ooh. So I watched about 10 minutes and then I was like, I'll come back to this later. So I have to get back into it. But the animation threw me off at first. I'm not a big fan of it, I have to say. It's a little weird.
It is different, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different style of animation that I was not expecting. So I just have to go back into it expecting it. And then I should be able to watch it after that. I think that's it. I think that is all of my nerdy things. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, let's get into some topics. This last week that went by was April Fool's on Monday. Lots of jokes on the internet. Lots of them in which I fell for. I'm very gullible, guys. I had to keep remembering what day it was. You really can't believe anything on the internet on April Fool's Day. But there were lots of things, especially in the video game department. I'll let Jaja talk about that in a second. But there was also like an Attack on Titan one where it's like, I forgot what they said, that like they were working on a new anime that like was a continuation of where Attack on Titan left off. And when I saw that, I was like, no, 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 no. But I was like, oh my God, it's a joke. Yay. I can't take anymore Attack on Titan. I literally can't.
Yeah,
So I'm glad that was a joke.
I saw that one too, and even just looking at the picture of the person, I was like, "That, I
Yeah.
don't even like that character looks like."
Yeah, I'm really glad it was a joke. We've had enough Attack on Titan to last lifetime.
And the name was Aaron with a B in front of it, so it was
Yeah,
like,
it was dumb. I should have known. I'm just very gullible. What else did you guys see that you fell for or was like, this is good, but I didn't fall for it?
Did you get caught by any, James?
The one that almost got me was the Virtual Boy. It was like the headset for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But that was early in the morning. So that was actually that was the first one I seen. I was like, because it had an actual picture of a person strapping like a Nintendo Switch onto their face, and I was like, man, this is ridiculous. And I was about to put it in a group chat, but then I was like, nah, it's April Fool. So then I clicked through, and I was like, okay, this is clearly a joke. But then after that, I was like, I'm not believing anything I see for the rest of the day.
Yep, I said that too, and then I continued to believe things. Like I kept forgetting what day was.
Like some of the stuff are just like funny things, but one that did get me on Instagram. Shout out to Black Boma on Instagram. She's like a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, and she has said that the Moro arc was going to be animated. Like they just announced the Moro arc was going to be animated, and the trailer's coming soon. And that got me. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, I'm hyped." I totally forgot it was April Fool's Day, and then I went to the comments, and everybody was like blaming her, and like she had pinned the comment, like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys," you know. But that one kind of caught me. She caught me with that one. But I did post an article in the group chat about like some of the popular ones that happened this year. I didn't really see a bunch of them, so I'm not gonna go through every single one because a lot of them I didn't even see, so I kind of don't really get the joke. But the Virtual Boy Pro reveal is like the top one that they have listed. And I did see the same picture that James saw, the person strapping it to their head. Even though the actual device looks kind of cheap-ish. So I kind of like was like, this one didn't get me. But I was like, that's interesting that they would like play around with that. What's the one that I saw? The power washing set. I'm gonna be jumping down in this article because I didn't see most of these. There's a lot of these in this article. But I saw the game, the Power Wash Simulator. There's a game where you can just go around and just power wash and clean stuff up.
I mean, that could be very real considering some of the other stupid games that are out, like Goat
No, there is a game called Power Wash Simulator. That's not the joke. Okay. So in this game, they said they announced the downloadable content where you could like be dirt and just like make everything dirty. I thought that was pretty funny.
But I would believe that was real too.
Yeah, me too. I thought I think that one got me too. So that was cool. They said they were gonna do an Among Us long neck version. I don't know if that actually happened because I don't really play Among Us, but I thought that was pretty funny.
Did you see the Power World one? That was weird.
The Power World dating sim?
Yeah. I was like, gross.
Yeah, I didn't get it. The Cyberpunk coming out on 97,619 different like floppy disks.
That I would have known that automatically. I would have known that was April Fool's joke, but that was a good
one. It's just interesting to think about how many floppy disks it would take to hold one of our games today. That's like insane.
Yeah.
But the a lot of people probably don't even know what a floppy disk is.
That's very true. That is very true.
And then this one about Sonic, they were gonna have cartridges that you can load on top of other cartridges with downloadable content, and it's like pretty much like Game Shark cheats, kind of. Like one of them is like a big head mode. So yeah, that was obviously an April Fool's joke because who's even using Genesis cartridges like that right now? So, but anything with my boy Sonic, I'll mention. And then the other funny one to me was this Razer chair that they said they were announcing that had like 8 different AI arms that would just do anything, a lot of different things. Like if you go to the website and just check out some of the videos, there's like an arm that's like feeding a guy hot dogs while one is like shaving his neck, and then like 3 arms are behind him, like massaging him. It's like, yeah, one day we'll get there. I don't know if we're there yet, but I believe that can definitely happen. But yeah, I don't know if there's any other ones in here you see that y'all saw that
Shout
day.
outs to the companies that actually put production behind their April Fool's joke. Like
Yeah,
Nintendo for
like a
making
Nintendo
this.
one. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm like, okay, people are spending money to drop these April Fool's jokes. It's cool. Well, not money, but I don't know if it costs anything
Yeah,
to make these videos, but
and I'm sure it
yeah,
was fun to work on too.
yeah, for sure. Um, April
Oh,
Fool's
two
Day is
more
also
funny ones. Overwatch had like a googly eyes mode for that day. It seems like, and then whoever knows about Naraka Blade Point, it's like one of those battle royale games, but it's like Asian themed. It's kind of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon esque. Everybody
mm.
has weapons and stuff, and they said they're dropping a new weapon called hands. It's like you go around slapping people, or I guess using your hands in combat, something like that. That's funny.
Yeah. Shout outs to the April Fool's jokes. They're funny. They're all funny, although
But this year, I seen an argument going around that a lot of people are mad at the April Fool's jokes. They're mad that like companies are using this day to like throw spaghetti at the wall, so to speak, with like different ideas to see how people will react to it.
oh,
Did you see any of that?
I didn't. I don't
Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it, but everyone shut up, okay? It's all for funsies.
Yeah,
It's all for laughs. Let's leave it alone.
loosen up a
Mhm.
bit, folks.
Yes. Loosen up a bit.
April Fools is not going anywhere. Like they're trying to cancel April Fool's Day.
Yeah, I hear people saying that, like, oh, life is so bad, so we don't need April Fools. But like, whatever. It's funny when companies partake in it. So
Right.
everyone line up. Anyway, uh Power World, not an April Fool's joke. So Power World released a big update this last week. So the first raid boss, which we talked about a while ago, has dropped on the game with the update. And some other new content soon. No, sorry. And some other new content. So it came out on Steam, but it has not dropped for Xbox yet. So I was gonna ask Jaja if you played it at all, but no, you wouldn't have.
I did jump into Power this week thinking
You
that
did.
it dropped on the
Yeah.
Xbox. So I mean, I didn't notice that it didn't drop on Xbox, but I did watch a whole video with like all the different updates that came out. So I
Yeah.
just like jumped into the game, but I really didn't play it that much to even mention it as a nerdy thing. But it was a lot of different updates that came out. Sucks it didn't happen for the Xbox.
Do you know when it's dropping for the Xbox?
No, I don't know when any updates dropping for the Xbox. Like they,
Never.
it seems like, I mean, it should be coming soon. I mean, I'm patiently waiting. I'm just mad. Like the game is playable right now, so I can't be like that mad. I know like a lot of gamers are like, we need our updates now type of thing, but I'm chilling. There's so many games to play right now. They can just make sure it's good when it comes out. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So the raid
But
boss
yeah,
is
they
play.
dropped they
Mhm.
they dropped a huge raid,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's a new PAL. I
Mm.
don't know the name of it, but
Belenoir. We talked
I
about
would
this.
love to raid with people
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah. And there's two different versions. There's like the raid, and then there's an extreme version of the raid boss also.
Mhm,
Which they describe as incredibly powerful and difficult to defeat. And then
mhm.
there's some new stuff. There's new training manual items. There's new recovery meds, and there's just like other new features that dropped.
And I think when I jump back into Power World, I'm gonna like start a new server and like tweak the settings because they let you change a bunch of settings. And I just played it on default pretty much, but like you can have like have pals appear more in the world. So instead of
Mhm.
like you running across a one pal, they'll be in groups of like three or groups of five.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean? Yeah. So there's some things that you can do to to tweak your experience to make the whole run through different. So I think I'm gonna do some of that.
Mm, nice. James, are you ever gonna pick up Power World again?
Um, I might jump
No,
back into it. Yeah, I mean, I got mad games to play, so definitely gonna
me
get
too.
through Final Fantasy. Rise of the
Yes.
Ronin. I dropped that. That game was whack. But I'll
Oh,
probably still play it. Yeah. I
okay.
already spent my 70 and I can't get it back, so I might as well play it. So it's in my backlog. But Power World. I mean, if I'm playing with the homies, I'll probably jump on, but I don't see myself solo jumping on Power World.
Got it. Yes, prioritize Final Fantasy. Nothing comes before Final Fantasy, I will say. Especially because you're very behind, James.
It's not a race.
It's not, but still. I can't even talk to you about it because you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get caught up soon.
Okay. Um, yeah, so that's Power World updates. So if you're still playing Power Worlds, or if you stop playing for a while, then I guess you can jump back on and regarner interest, because I know a lot of people have put down the game. Actually, there was an article the other day that I forgot to put in the rundown that it's down to like 2% of its initial player base right now. But it's not a complete game, so people finish with what's available and then they put it down. So that's to be expected. But hopefully this brings back some of the players that were taking a break. Jaja included.
Up next in video game news, I told you guys I've been watching Osmongold TV, and I ran across this video of this guy. His name is Accursed Farms on YouTube, and he is leading the biggest campaign to preserve video games right now. So the video that I was watching was actually on Osmongold's channel, but he pretty much played his video game in the background and was like commenting on it, like pausing and commenting on it as it played. So I watched the whole video, and he was talking about how we all know this is a big issue about like how like there's a lot of games like that you literally can't find, you literally can't buy, like out of like all the different industries. Video games are like a lot of their product is just being lost in time. Like this happens in music, and they kind of solved it by with the streaming thing. How like you can get a lot of really old songs through streaming, even though some of them probably are still lost, but they're preserving a lot of their stuff. Same thing with like TV and movies. There's a whole bunch. You can find a lot of movies somewhere on some different streaming platform, even though some are still lost. But in video games, it's like we got mass casualties over here. So um, that's we talk about all the times games like shutting down, and like if you didn't buy it, you can't get it. That's it. It's over. And then they're gonna get mad at us for downloading ROMs and emulators. So so in a nutshell, everyone should go watch this video and check it out, because I think it's a really big deal, and the more exposure it gets, the better. But he is basically outlining his plan on how to get governments around the world, because he's like claiming that if we get one government somewhere in the world to recognize this is a problem and like to establish some type of regulations to like preserve video games, then that would be a win. So it's literally like an international campaign where he has like, this is what you would do if you were in France, or if you have access to the French channel to file for this. And so, and then he talked about United States, there's like not a lot of options for us. And he was talking about like different in Europe, there's different places in Europe where you can appeal these laws. And
I was about to say it'll probably be the EU
yeah,
before anyone, because they're always they're the ones that are on the
and I'm
forefront.
trying to think of there was a specific company that he was targeting too. I want to say it was Ubisoft. Don't quote me on that, but it was like, so yeah, there's a whole website that you can sign to do like, I don't know if it's like a petition type of thing, but like it shows you like different outlets where you can go if you want to be a part of this campaign and just like make it bigger. Because he's saying that in the EU, one of the ways you can get it for the governments to even put it through voting is like if it reaches a certain threshold, they like kind of have to respond to it. That's one of their laws. Like I guess in the US, they can choose whether to put it on the table or not, no matter how loud it gets. But so yeah, it's an interesting topic. We all like, I think this is very important, and I think a lot of people should pay attention to this.
It's an interesting topic that I never thought about before. But
I mean, we've talked about it a lot on here, but in terms of like just magnifying it, like it's, you know what I mean? So, and then
Time to
we
take
talked
action.
about this. Yeah, yeah. There's things we could do to help the cause. And I know we mentioned this on the pod before, but just to reiterate, there was an article that I was reading this week about Xbox. They doubled down on this commitment to game preservation. With Xbox President Sarabon reiterating that it's their goal for the brand. A new team has been formed to keep Xbox vast library future-proof, ensuring games from the original Xbox to the present day are accessible for future generations. So
Oh,
I think that's pretty cool.
that is
And
cool.
yeah, I think that's important. That's
It is.
uh
Once again, Xbox ahead of the curve in certain ways. Ahead of Sony, I would say. No, that's cool.
yeah.
Definitely something that needs more
And
awareness.
even Osman Go, he was like he made comments on what he thought the solution was, but he was focusing on games that were like only online. Like there's a lot of games that like if there's no server supporting the game, there's no game. So
Yeah.
it's like if the company that published the game, if they're done making servers, they should allow people who have the ability to run servers to make servers instead of just shutting it all down. Instead of us having to bootleg the game, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's all I got on this topic for right now. I'm gonna be following it, and if any updates come, I will post them.
Nice.
Nice. Jaja's tuning in to Asmongold, the streamer.
Yeah. I've been actually watching a lot of his videos, and like he's like a famous like WoW streamer. He used to do a lot of WoW streaming, but now he just plays like a lot of different games, but mainly like RPGs and MMOs and stuff like that. And I'm into that type of stuff, so I find it entertaining. And usually that people when like the public thinks this person's an asshole, I usually like am interested in them. So that's just what happens. So we can move on to TV and movie news.
Yeah. We'll mention this, even though it's not super important, I don't think. So Ezra Miller had a role in Invincible in season 1, which I didn't even know that was them. But that role had been recast for this season, obviously following all the controversies surrounding Ezra Miller. I don't even remember the character that they voiced in season 1 being in season 2. Am I just forgetting something? I have no clue. Was he in the first was the character in the first episode? I don't remember seeing this character in this season at all.
Yeah, me neither.
For me to even know that they recast him. But yes,
Yeah, I really don't remember him either. This is not really that even important. I just thought it was interesting that,
yeah. I mean, it was
stuff is happening to him,
yeah. It was a small role,
Well,
so yeah.
yeah. I don't know if you heard about Jonathan Majors. His appeal failed, so
his appeal did fail. I saw that.
I don't think he's been sentenced, but
no, not yet.
Yeah, that's the update with that.
Yep. More to come. We'll see, I guess. Sidebar. Do you think
I finished watching Invincible. I forgot to put that in my nerdy things.
Oh, oh right, yes, you didn't mention anything about it. So did I. I also finished it. I didn't say that either.
I was trying to finish it this week because I had a feeling that both of y'all would be finished and ready to talk about it. It's my bad.
Yeah, it's all right. But we could talk about it in detail next week. I'm just really interested. Well, I already know. I already can tell that my theory about like binging it straight through versus having to wait those 2 months for the second half of the season again really kills the momentum of the show. Whereas you don't feel that because you're watching it all the way through. I don't know. Yeah. I think the season started strong and it ended strong, but I just think the middle was just not. The pacing was all over the place in the middle.
Felt like some filler.
Yeah, for real, for sure. But I'll save my argument.
I just don't understand how they're like, spoiler alert. How their like version of Justice. I was giving some, you gotta let some space between the spoiler. I hate when people are like, spoiler alert, like give me a second to skip. All right, so their version of the Justice League, they always getting a buzz kicked. Like they stay getting
all the heroes
washed. I feel like Invincible is always taking L's. I'm like,
all of them, they all get washed.
I'm just
anyway.
Yeah, Invincible. I feel like he's always on the verge of losing a fight. I'm like, what's wrong with you? But whatever. Anyway, the middle was all over the place. But I'll save my bigger topics about it for next week when you fully caught up, Jaja, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But
I think the middle is all over the place, but in a very, very good way. Like I agree with you that it's setting up so many different storylines, but they're all like kind of like I like it.
I just hope that the next season does not take as long. They need to like close the gap a little bit. They need to already be working on that season.
Yeah, it needs to drop soon. 8 episodes straight. week by week.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So we'll see, but we'll save our bigger Invincible discussion for when Jaja's done. In other superhero news, Fantastic Four has cast its Silver Surfer, and it is Julia Garner, which I think came as a surprise to a lot of people. I think it's going to be an interesting take, for Silver Surfer. People are mad, of course they are, because nerd culture is sometimes very toxic. But whatever. I think that this is a shakeup that the Fantastic Four needs, being that it is a cursed property that is always bad. So,
gotta try something new.
Yeah, try something new. So it's going to be very interesting, for sure. The rest of the Fantastic Four cast, which we talked about a while ago when they announced it, still a promising cast. So I feel like the movie.
Are they mad because of her gender?
Yes.
Oh yeah, why would it be anything else?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
And I like her. I really do like Julia Garner. I don't know if you saw what show was she in on Netflix?
I haven't seen her in anything, so I haven't seen the show that she was in.
She was Ozark. She was in Ozark.
Oh, Ozark, which I've never seen.
Yes,
Okay.
and she was good in Ozark.
Okay.
So
yeah, I think the movie is going to be, well, it's too soon to tell. I need to see a trailer, but the movie, the cast looks promising. So hopefully that translates in the writing. Whoever's writing the script, don't fuck it up, please. Fantastic Four is supposed to come out next year, July 2025. So a little bit over a year away. So yeah, we'll see. Stop being mad, nerds. Stop it. Anyway, I think it's gonna be interesting.
As long as it's a good movie, we should be good.
Yeah, she's a 3-time Emmy winner for Ozark.
Marvel has a lot banking on this movie. I'll tell you
Marvel
that.
has a lot banking on a lot of movies. I think actually they have a lot banking on Deadpool. I think Deadpool is the biggest thing.
That's true. Yeah.
Right now, which comes out in like 3 months. So that is
Really?
they have a lot
Is
banking
it that
on.
long?
It comes out in July.
Oh, I thought it was June.
No.
But yeah.
I thought it was coming out in May. So I don't know where I got that from. But yeah, it's coming out in July. And they have a lot banking on that, because if they fuck up this mutant thing, then I don't know. I give up at that point.
It's over.
I fully give up on that point. So there's a lot riding.
They're gonna have to just animate everything from here on out.
there's a lot riding on that movie. So we will see what happens. We are expecting to get a Joker trailer tomorrow. No. Today, on the day this podcast comes out, on April 9th.
April 9th.
For those who haven't forgotten about Joker Part 2, and for those who care, since it is going to be a musical, do you guys care? I feel like you don't. Did you guys even like the first Joker movie? You didn't like it, Jaja.
No, I don't care about this one because it's going to be a musical.
But did you like the first one?
No, it wasn't. I didn't like it as much as everybody else. No.
James, did you like it?
I thought it was cool.
I liked it. I don't know about the second one. I mean, I don't know why they decided to go in the direction that they decided to go in. I feel like it's very random.
I feel like I came on this podcast and like ripped it a new one.
You did. I remember.
Okay.
I remember. I just don't know where this random musical direction came from. But I'm gonna watch the trailer and I'm gonna watch the movie because I'm interested, but I'm also just like not like, why are we doing this?
What do you like better, Shannon? The first Joker or the Batman with your boy from
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
Oh God. To this day, I have not rewatched that movie yet, because I think I said I fell asleep for a large part of it. So I don't even know what happened in the middle. Because again, I went to see it late at night and it was just so long. And we were so long. So I definitely fell asleep.
Got it.
All right. So right now it has to be the
come
Joker
back to
until
that.
I watch it. Yeah, but I'd have no interest in watching it again though. That's the thing. So who knows? Who knows if I'm even gonna watch it? I will. I'll watch it again. Just not right now. But by default, I like the Joker better than the Batman.
Got it.
To me, it was more. I didn't fall asleep during the Joker, so
okay.
I would just point
Although I'm not a fan of musicals, I'm not mad that they're taking like a creative.
Yeah, it's a creative risk for sure.
Because I mean, we complain like, oh, there's all these remakes and stuff, but then when someone tries something new, it's like, why are they doing this? So I'm gonna give it a try. I don't like musicals like that, but I'll give it a try. It's something new.
Yeah. And Lady Gaga will be playing Harley Quinn, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna see it. I'm not gonna knock it until I see it.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we
I
should
need a
give
trailer.
things a fair try.
You need a shirt, and you'll have one.
Well,
You'll
Yeah,
have one.
maybe
In
I'll be
Get it
singing
today.
a different
You'll
tune
have
next
one
week.
today.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
singing for real, for real.
yeah. Yeah. So we will be talking about the trailer in next week's episode for sure. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to some anime news really quickly. So Anime News Network, which I just started actually reading their articles and stuff like that recently. They've ranked their best, well, the fan base on Anime News Network have ranked the best series for this past winter season of anime. So I thought that I would just go through those, see if you guys have watched anything, or have heard of anything, or if anything on this list is on your list, aside from the things that we already know about. So for the winter 2024 season, the highest ranking, number 1, is an anime called The Dangers in My Heart, which I've never heard of. Have any of you guys heard of that one?
Never heard of it.
Negative.
Never heard of it. Yet it is ranked number 1. So what are we doing, guys? Are we living under a rock? I don't know.
We might
I
be.
think in terms of anime, yes, there are like so many anime out.
There are.
It's like, I don't want to say it's disgusting, but it's kind of like there's so many new anime that come out every season. It's
There
like,
are a
how do you
lot.
keep up?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do people like discover these anime? Are they just scrolling through Crunchyroll and they're just like, I'm gonna watch this? I don't know. But
No, I
Their
mean,
there are a lot
algorithms
of
are probably
options.
different.
when I log into Crunchyroll, it throws a new anime in my face that I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
My favorites list is nuts right now.
Yeah. No, I have a lot of stuff on my list too. It's growing.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't know which
clear it.
And then
yeah.
that's just Crunchyroll. Think about High Dive and
I
like
know.
all these other places
I
that
don't
have
even-
different stuff. Netflix. I go on Netflix and see. I'm like, why did Netflix get all these anime?
Right.
Netflix is flooded with anime.
Well, anime is mainstream now, so
I seen
What's
the
gonna happen?
Paramount. I gotta get on
Good time.
Paramount now because one, I didn't
Why?
know they were still charging me, and two, the Arc anime just dropped on there, so I might as well watch that and get my $6.99 worth.
It's true. While you're paying for it, you might as well.
And Halo. I gotta watch Halo and Arc before the next month because I'm canceling Paramount because I don't really watch anything else on there.
And I was like, get out of here, Paramount. Number 2 is Frieren, which we are all watching. So yes, and understandably so.
Did you guys finish it
We're
or
on it.
are up to date
Oh
or
yeah,
wherever?
yeah, I'm done. I finished it.
Okay.
So did James, you finished it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about this. Yeah, we're done. And it's amazing. It's great. Can't wait for you to actually get into the meat of the anime, Jaja. It's gonna be great.
Mhm.
Number 3 is The Apothecary Diaries, which I've heard actually a lot about, but I have not watched it yet. It might be going on
Same
my
here.
list. We'll see. And then number 4, A Sign of Affection. So despite the animation, people love this, which, you know.
So are you reading
watch
the first list?
No, I'm
I
reading
think
the
that's
no,
The second, yeah.
no, the second list. The
Okay,
first list
alright,
is like series, like season
The
finale,
final episodes, right?
Final
I was
episodes,
like,
which is like
Got
less
it.
important to me. A Sign of
Right,
Affection,
right.
A Sign of Affection is number 4. So I'll get around to watching that again.
Yeah, it's really good. If you're into romance or slice of life, definitely check it out. For us real lovers out there.
Mm.
Number 5, Delicious in Dungeon. Again, another. Actually, I think I've heard of this one. Is this the one that's on Netflix? I feel like I've seen this one, but I didn't know that people were watching it. But I guess they are. Let me just verify that that's what I'm talking about.
They're rating it
Delicious
highly.
in-
That's one thing they are doing.
They got 40 different anime on this list.
Yeah, that is the one. Yeah.
All from the previous anime
Yeah.
season. That's
We're
crazy.
not gonna go through it. We're gonna go through just a few of them. One Piece is number 6, obviously, for that one
It
will
should-
never die.
W.
I'm glad it's not number 1 though. That's all I have
It
to
should be higher. It should be higher than
That's
6.
D1 level hating.
say.
It should definitely stay higher. It should be at 5 and no lower than that ever. Every season.
We got to get the voting, Jaja. That's what it is.
For real.
Anyway.
And I got to get back on my One Piece.
Anyway, it's number 6. It should stay down
So
there for a while.
many things.
7th Time Loop, number 7.
Okay.
Undead Unluck, number 8. Solo Leveling, number 9. It's kind of low for. I've been like,
It
people have been
is,
talking
yeah.
about Solo Leveling nonstop, so I'm surprised that it's so not.
I mean, it's
7's not
only-
low
it's-
on a list of 41, but still.
It doesn't really have that many episodes out, and it's trending upwards. Like it jumped
That's
up the
true.
list 4. So
Yeah.
It actually had the most downvoted episode of all time on Crunchyroll when it did
Really?
that recap. Yeah, so that's probably
Oh,
tanking
because
it.
it released a recap episode. Don't we hate
Yeah.
that? Wait, how many episodes are
yeah.
out already?
Yeah, we
Isn't it kind of soon for them to release a recap episode?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's like 12. It's like 12
Only
or
12
13, but
episodes? Oh,
yeah,
geez.
so they did like an episode. I want to say it was like a 7.5 or something like that. It was like
Oh,
a
no.
episode something point something, and then it was just a recap. And then
One of
people were
those
like,
point episodes. Yeah, but it's too soon for that. Only 12 episodes. Like, don't waste people's time by
yeah,
recapping this. That's I would be mad about that too. Especially if
I
you're
think to bring that
releasing.
up on here one time. Yeah, like, would you guys prefer a recap or just them take a break? And I think the consensus is just take a break.
Just take a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
just
rather
skip that
not.
week. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like you're gonna get people's hopes up by releasing an episode that's not a real episode.
You know how annoying it is when you're binging and like this is after it airs. You're binging an anime and you hit that recap episode and it's like, yo, you just wasted like 10 minutes of
Yeah.
my time. I could have been in another the next episode, you know?
Yeah, in a week to week format, it's kind of bad to release a recap episode. You can't do that. If you're gonna do that, you got to release the recap episode along with the next new episode, so people have the option to skip it and go to the next thing. But I understand why it was downvoted because I would be mad. Number 10 is Mashal. Sorry, is it Mashal? Is that how you pronounce it?
Mashal.
Mashal, which I still haven't watched. It's on my list though. So that's the top 10. I don't really. We're not going to go through this whole list of 40, but that's the top 10 from the winter season.
spring season's off to a great start. There's a show called Windbreaker. It's people are saying this is what Tokyo Revengers should have been. So,
I heard about that. Yes, I put that on my list. Because I saw
hold up.
see, it got Jaja's attention.
that.
I gotta write that one down. Windbreakers. All right.
Yeah, Windbreaker. So I'm gonna definitely check that one out. I saw some of the fight scenes from the first episode, and it's looking pretty good. Like they're actually throwing hands. I don't know if the main character is gonna lose every single fight or what, but
Yeah,
check this one out.
yeah, I put Windbreaker on my watch list after I saw that.
Wait,
article.
they saying it's what Tokyo Revengers should have been. Like that's
Yeah.
disrespecting Tokyo
That's
Revengers,
crazy.
yo.
Yeah.
That's
The crazy thing is, I like Tokyo Revengers. So if they're saying this is a better Tokyo Revengers, then
So
Oh,
now
got my
I'm
attention.
just the cover picture looks crazy. I'm watching this week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Everything
I'm
No!
derailed Jaja's whole plans.
Wait, you
everything
gotta
falls back.
no. Watch
Everything
wait,
falls
can you
back
can
to
you at
this
least
right here.
can you at least watch 5 more
There's
episodes?
only one
Wait,
episode. There's
wait.
only one
There's
episode
okay.
out here.
Oh, okay, great. Never mind.
Yeah, it
There's
just
only
started.
one
It's-
episode. This is
It's a
this
spring
is gonna
season.
be my
now.
new week to week.
So my thing is, should I watch Tokyo Revengers before I watch this?
1,000%.
Yeah, because that's already done.
There's only one episode out of this. There's nothing to watch yet.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch them
Then
both
you can let the
simultaneously.
episodes build up, and then you can
Yeah.
binge.
I get
Windbreaker.
Yeah, I
that.
might even let this week show. I'm hyping it up. I might watch the first episode, but I'm not gonna like keep up with it week to week. I need a few episodes to binge.
Yeah. So that's probably So I'm
This
interested to
is
see where
what-
we land rankings after the spring season's over.
It
Like
has
where that lands.
5 stars on Crunchyroll. Average
Yeah.
rating 4.9, 5,100.
I mean,
people
having
reviewed it.
5 stars for only one episode is not really saying much. But
It
we'll
is,
see.
though.
We'll
It's
see.
hyping it
off
up.
to a good
It's
start.
one episode. It's off to a good start, but it
it's
could go
hyping
down.
it up to me. So,
It could go up or it could go down. So
oh man, I'm gonna be mad if I come in here next week and was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen." I do not want to not like this.
I don't know. You do
This
tend
looks
to have the opposite opinion
fire.
of most people. So
The picture looks
possible.
crazy. All right. I'm hyping it up now.
He hasn't
adding
even
that to
seen
my
it yet.
watch list. He hasn't seen it yet, but it's cool. Speaking continuing on with anime, sorry, not speaking of, we got a trailer for a crossover that some people who are into boxing anime should be excited for, or
I feel like one of us on this podcast brought this into existence. I feel like we mentioned this a while ago that this should happen.
did we? Who did? Who said it?
Baki, do you watch Baki
I don't.
or Kengan?
Nope. Not my
James?
cup.
I watched
Not my
Baki,
cup of
but
tea.
I haven't seen Kenshin Ashura.
I feel like I watched a couple episodes of Kengan and we talked about it briefly and said they should fight.
And look, now they are.
We made that happen. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so I watched
Yeah, we need to bring us on.
I watched neither of these shows. So answer my question: whose animation style are they animating this in, or are they both kind of in the same?
I
animation
think it's
style?
going to be in Baki style.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it in Baki style.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I actually like Baki's animation style a little bit better. Kengan Ashura it's like a 3D type animation.
I watched a video about a guy like commenting on it, and they're like, just the people that the enemies that Baki and the other characters fight in his show is like they should be able to just step on Kengan. Like even the alt characters, they're like the alt characters should be able to beat like most of the characters in the Kengan show. But we'll see. We'll see how the power scales.
Yeah. So we have that to look forward. Well, not we, because I don't know if I'm going to watch it. But you guys have that to look forward to on June 6th on Netflix.
This is like the WrestleMania of anime, Chen.
I know, but I don't watch either show, so I don't know if I'm going to be too interested.
Neither do I, but I'm gonna watch this. That's for sure.
I mean, I'll watch it, but
Baki
if
stuff.
I haven't, if I
Like
have, no, but
Baki
if
ends
I,
up fighting like aliens, right, James?
oh God.
Or something like that. Like,
Nah,
it's nuts.
he's still fighting people, but they just they at one point he fights a caveman that's been unthawed from thousands of years back. That's essentially a dinosaur, but no, he still fights humans for the most part.
Okay. I mean, let me not disrespect Baki Hanma before I get some all the fans start flaming me.
I'll watch it, but I won't have any backstory, so I don't know if it's going to mean as much to me as it will to somebody else.
Maybe
who
they'll
watches
start it
all
off with a
shows.
recap.
I don't really care for these types of animes, guys. I don't know. I might leave the recap to you. June 6th.
Hey.
Look forward to that, guys. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch it if I have nothing else
Check
to
it
do.
out.
Yeah. All right. It's time for everyone's favorite segment, live action / remake corner, where once again I'm outraged by everything in here.
I love that this is a segment now.
It has to be. So one, Avatar has changed showrunners again. So I mean, this is a little bit of a clickbaity article because the showrunner is still working on the show in an executive producer capacity, but they have changed showrunners. The showrunner for this first season, Albert Kim, he left the showrunning position to go work on other shows. And now there are new showrunners. It's going to be Kristen Boylan and Jabbar Raisani, which, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, are going to be showrunners for season 2. Don't know if that's as good or bad yet, because again, Albert Kim is still working on the show, but who knows?
I'm not mad at it. I don't think it's gonna be bad or good.
I mean, the first season wasn't bad or good. It was kind of neutral, so we'll see.
I think the first season was good. First season was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was more good than bad. So we'll just, it can only, I don't think it can go down from where it's at, hopefully. So I guess we'll see. Season 1 just ended. Who knows when we're gonna see season 2? It might be 3 years from now. Knowing Netflix, they take forever. So it doesn't even really matter. We've gotten no indication of when season 2 of One Piece is coming out. And how long, when did One Piece come out? How long has it been?
It's probably been a while. It feels like yesterday, but it's probably been a few months. Maybe.
Has it only been a few months? Oh.
Yeah,
it was pretty recent. I don't think it's.
I feel like it's been a while. It came out in August, so we're rounding up. We're rounding up.
Almost been a year.
Almost been a year. So, May, June, July. 4 months. Almost. 4 months away from a year, or 5 months away from a year, whatever. So we haven't heard anything about a season 2 or like season 2 in development. Nothing. So
we just know it's been announced.
Yep. So Netflix is very slow. So we'll see what we get with that. So again, don't really care about Avatar. We'll see when we see. Anyway, second thing that I'm outraged about. So they're apparently rebooting, reimagining Good Times as an animated cartoon. The trailer dropped for it, and this is a Netflix show. Steph Curry is executive producing this along with Seth MacFarlane and somebody else who I forgot his name off the top of my head, but another white man. So I'm very interested. When I saw this trailer, I was very interested to get your thoughts on what you guys think of this show.
Oh, it's dropping soon too, April 12th. So that'll be out this week.
Oh, this week, yes. So it snuck up on us, really. What do you guys think?
I saw a lot of outrage about it at first when I was because I didn't watch the trailer. I just kept seeing people post it and they're outraged, and I was like, "Is it that bad?" And I watched it. It's actually that bad.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like it's like they wanted to be the Boondocks, but they missed. They dropped the ball very badly. it's like a mocking, a caricature of Black people, basically.
It is. Thank you. So when I was watching it, because I watched it for the first time this morning, I was just like, why? Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
In 2024.
Yeah, in 2024, it just kind of seems like a. It just kind of seems like a. Like just a yeah. It just seems like they're just mocking Black people overall. I don't know.
Yeah, this was a
Jaja,
swing and a miss.
Jaja, what do you think? Your silence makes me think that you liked this trailer. Don't lie to us.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the trailer when it first dropped,
Mhm.
and the vibe that I got was Family Guy meets like Boondocks,
Mhm.
right? And then I saw that Seth MacFarlane is like
Executive producer.
the executive producer. Okay. And then
Mhm.
I go down the tree, and then there's some Black people working on it here and there, some white people, I think. So there are Black people like in very high positions behind this show. So it's not like,
Yeah.
but I would have felt better if it was not Seth MacFarlane, the head of the show. And then with the whole baby gimmick, you got a smart baby to sell, and then he's selling drugs in this one. And it's like, I mean, when I watched the whole trailer, I laughed. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I was disgusted with the trailer. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought there was some jokes in there. Yes, it's making fun of Black people. Yes, it's a caricature of Black culture and things like that. But like, I mean, like a lot of stuff in media are like,
Mhm.
we laugh
I
at it.
I just don't think I
I
need
think
to
it's
see
pretty funny.
another. I just don't think I need to see another show like this.
I wish it was more in the vein of like Boondocks type of like style, because even the girl, even the daughter that they make like kind of conscious, she even is kind of like a joke. Like you can't, like, she doesn't look like someone I would take serious.
Mhm.
But would I rather the Boondocks? 1,000%. Am I gonna check this out and see what's going on? Yeah, I am gonna check it out and see how the vibe of the show, and seeing it if it's this, because it could be tasteful, it could be distasteful, it could be like trying to dump on Black people, or it could just be taking all those all the stereotypes and putting it in the show. What I don't really like is that it's named Good Times. I think that's one of the biggest problems. It's like this
That
has
is
nothing to
another.
do
Yeah.
It
with Good
literally has
Times.
literally nothing to do with Good Times. I don't even. Yeah, I
Nothing.
was gonna say that too. I don't know why they chose to take on that name. I don't know why they chose to say that it's a reimagining. I feel like it's literally
If
redoing
anything,
it.
I would have been better. It called. I think it should be called Bad Times or like something like that. Like
It
if it
shouldn't
was
even be
called,
called anything close to it. They should have just came up with an
like,
original title.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree
I
with the whole Good Times theme, because Good Times was meant something totally different than what this show is
yes,
trying to show.
literally something totally different. And it was
Like
a
no
respect.
one,
It was a respectable show. And like I just feel like this is
everybody
like
had
going.
aspirations in Good Time. It
Yeah,
was trying to
yeah.
get out the hood. Like that was the whole theme of the show. We're moving on up.
Yeah. And I just feel
So
like this is just not, this is taking it and going in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm gonna I have other stuff to watch, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna give this any of my time really. So yeah,
mhm.
it is just why? I
I'm
just
just trying to think of like who the audience is for this show. Because are they pitching this show to Black people?
I don't know.
Like from the response was like Black people don't want to see this. We don't want to see
Nah.
like whether it's true or
Mhm.
not. We don't want to see this. Like no,
Exactly.
that's what I got from, and I agree with that. Like I honestly, if I had to choose, I'd rather they make a different show. Like
Hmm.
the
Yeah,
show
so
looks disgusting.
I don't really know who it's for. I honestly don't. And like I'm very surprised that Steph Curry is behind this really. But
And yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, there's a lot of Black people involved in this show, so
yeah,
it's like
I don't know. I just feel like we just don't need another show that depicts Black people in this way. That's all. Like there's
if
like a
it
half a
ends up being very funny, like if I watch the show and I'm dying laughing, then I'm not gonna be so mad at it.
yeah. Wait, what'd you say? Oh, no.
Yeah, because I expect it to be like a full blown comedy. Like nothing is supposed to be taken serious in the show at all. Everything's a joke. We're super taking all the stereotypes and mashing up people. Like I gotta check the vibe of the show before I say anything. But the trailer, I wasn't really super mad at the trailer, but like I get what the overall outlash is.
Does it
I
bother you
get it.
that Seth MacFarlane isn't
Oh yeah,
executive
that's
producer?
the
Oh
first
yeah,
thing I
yeah,
said.
yeah. You did say that. Yeah,
That is the main thing that bothers me. And
yeah,
then the whole thing where like I got the Family Guy vibe from when I watched the trailer before I
yeah,
even knew he was involved. And I was like,
yeah,
really? We had to do the baby thing again?
yeah.
It's like, and then knowing that you got Cleveland too, it's like, yo, Seth, I'm watching you, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So anyway, this drops on the 12th. I think for research purposes for this podcast, I will watch one episode and I will report back on it. I think we should all do that. No? Okay.
At least the flame. I feel like you're gonna watch the episode and come back with the flames, with the
Well,
flamethrower.
that's the thing.
That's I'm telling you.
Just strictly out of research purposes for the show.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
because I want to watch it, because I really don't. But maybe I'll just watch one. If it's a cool 22 minutes, whatever. I'll put it on in the background and I'll have to pay attention to it and I'll come back with my thoughts on it. But that's all that is all that I'm giving to the show. Just because I just don't understand why. And it's literally like, why call it, like, the fact that they called it Good Times is really stupid. I don't understand why they did that.
Bring
Anyway,
back the Boondocks. Bring back the Boondocks.
I know they let a Boondocks reboot get canceled just to make this
Like
show.
they did the
I don't understand.
stereotypes, but they did it in a very classy way, tasteful way.
Yeah, and they really didn't
This
even.
one doesn't look like it's gonna do it tasteful, but we'll see.
No, and I don't even really like. Yeah, they did the stereotype thing, but not to this degree. Like the Boondocks was different. Like they didn't depict them as like a poor family, like growing up, like having to do all these things to survive. Kind of, yes, but like not really. Like they were a well-off, well-to-do family that got into whatever. I'm
Decent
not even gonna get into
neighborhood.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a decent neighborhood, yeah. But
Yeah.
this is
It
this
was
is
a
going to
different
like
thing.
the very other end of the spectrum here. But whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But not for it initially. It's just something that we don't need. Definitely, I don't think. Yeah. Anyway.
It's cringe.
It is cringe. I was cringing when I was watching it the entire time. Okay. We are almost at time here. So briefly, I would just say that if you're sharing your Disney Plus account with anybody, they are starting password sharing crackdown starting in June. I have somebody's Disney Plus account, so I feel like I'm also gonna need to start paying for my own Disney Plus account soon, which makes me very sad. I don't want to pay for it, but they are cracking down on password sharing starting in June.
I feel like a VPN would solve this password sharing issues. So
We shouldn't be talking about this on the podcast, really.
they can't stop it.
That's true.
They can't
Thank
stop
you.
It's legal. Unless you're gonna ban VPNs, this is a legal thing that I could do. I could say that I'm in freaking Asia and I'm not. Sorry.
Okay, let's hush. But yes, it's very true. Oh, also, I meant to say, Crunchyroll actually this month is going to have profiles on their account now. So now you can share your Crunchyroll account with somebody and not worry about them messing up the stuff on your account. You'll be able to share your Crunchyroll account now because you can make
Your
profiles.
algorithm, your watch history.
Yeah,
It'll be your own.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I'm surprised they waited so long to do that, but I'm glad that they are.
I mean, I feel like if you want to stop password sharing, that's one of the best ways.
Actually, I think that promotes password sharing when you are able to make profiles.
No, I mean, stop. Don't let people make multiple profiles.
I mean, yes,
like no one wants to
that does
share
promote
the Netflix
password
algorithm,
sharing.
you know?
Yeah, that does promote password sharing for sure. But whatever. They're probably gonna crack down on password sharing soon too. We'll see.
It's a feature that helps them raise the price. That's probably what it is.
I'm sure they raise it regardless.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And then do we want to talk about this Facebook thing? I feel like this is a privacy issue.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Facebook's all
really
about
creepy.
It doesn't surprise me.
Facebook is really shady. But anyway.
It doesn't surprise me. Anyway, well, we should have talked about this while we were talking about Netflix, but like, yeah, basically Facebook let Netflix like peek into some data so that they could better tailor their ads to people's interests, which is
Wow.
it is wild. It's pretty wild, and I am not surprised. I'm not surprised by it at all.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook's known to sell our data, so like this is just one specific instance of them doing it, but they probably do it to a lot of different third-party apps. Like,
yeah,
that's the whole nastiness behind that.
yeah. I mean, there's really no such thing as privacy anymore
No,
amongst
not absolutely
amongst these big tech companies, which is disturbing, but this is the reality that we live in, and it won't change because most of life is centered around these services and like very digital, and like soon we're going to be living in AI worlds, which people are excited about for some reason, where nothing will be private anymore. So I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. But yeah, so stuff like this, the more stuff like this that starts to come out,
So
the less it surprises me.
I guess the big deal is that they let Netflix look at people's DMs like private, and those are supposed to
Yeah,
be private.
they're supposed, of course,
Because
but
like Facebook's business, so I'm just reading something off Google right now.
yeah.
Facebook's business model is predicated on monetizing user data by selling that information to advertisers, and which can tailor their pictures to specific people based on their online preferences.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's their business model, why is this a big deal?
Oh, I don't know.
That's
I
my
mean, it's a big
question.
deal because I feel like people don't pay attention to that stuff. Like, and then like when it happens, then they're surprised and shocked. But it's probably all in the fine print.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Probably.
people
You
don't
definitely
read.
signed up for that.
Yeah, it's all in the fine print that people don't read really. So
Right.
yeah, but this is what's happening. Don't DM people. Don't DM sensitive information over over Facebook or anywhere really.
So there's no such thing as privacy. You had it right in the beginning. Like, don't expect privacy from anything or anything, especially an app that's not yours. Like,
Yeah.
when they can do anything with your data and
Yep.
not tell you about it. So good luck.
Good luck, Jaja. So that's it. All right. Is there anything else before we wrap up for this week, guys?
No, just watching.
Windbreakers. Hi.
I know I gotta get back into my podcast homework. You are so right. And I will do that this week, even though I said that last week. But I'm serious. I actually was gonna watch an episode this morning, but then I decided to read a book instead. I'm so sorry.
Did you watch Iwagu?
No, that's what I'm talking about. I was gonna watch an episode this morning, but then I didn't.
I didn't watch it either. So James, shame on me too. I like, it's literally been on my
What's
list
going
right
on
there.
here?
So
okay,
I'm
but you know
watching.
what? I was almost certain that we were gonna come on today, and James was gonna say that he didn't play Final Fantasy, and then I was gonna say I'm not watching you watch you until you play Final Fantasy. But now
Oh
I have no
man,
choice.
you guys have no faith in me.
Well, because you made it seem like you weren't gonna have time to play in last week's episode, so I thought that you weren't gonna have played.
I made the time.
And you're gonna play. You're gonna play today.
Yeah, I'm playing this week too.
Okay, good. So we'll see where you are next week, and I will watch you watch you. I'll make that promise to you since you have started playing the game. Cool.
Nice. Okay, much appreciated.
All right. Well, as always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerdsnerds, follow us on TikTok while you can at Blerdsnerds_pod. Send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.